And we know that the government official that was in Rome was controlled by the secret societies of Rome. Secret society has always been here, bro. From day one, from the time when the serpent was that COVID?
Yeah.
The devil used covertness to use the serpent. That was COVID right there, bro.
Right.
He used the serpent and he camouflaged himself and made it seem like he was doing it for this reason, but he had another agenda.
Manipulation.
Exactly. So that's the same, that dragon, the Bible said the red dragon, stood before the woman, and the woman was to produce the child and to kill the child. But the child survived, ruled with the iron, went back to heaven. We understood that was the story, the Roman story, when Herod tried to kill Jesus. Herod tried to kill Jesus. The synagogues of Satan always used the government officials to stir up the masses, to destroy races, to make another race feel superior, and they make another race feel superior or privileged. That is another form of control.
So just like, okay, so with these rioting, peaceful protesters, right? And I'm gonna go back to Jesus' time because I don't think it's ever written in the Bible, but the Bible does say that on one hand you had Christ, other hand you have Barabbas.
Right.
And the crowd was saying crucify him. And amongst that crowd was the people he healed, fed. Of course, they had to been out there, but those were the same ones.
And demonic angels in human form
was right.
There. Right.
Okay, that's
what the looters, those that put the bricks in front of the stores and all that. These are satanic agents in human form. Right?
Did we see who put the bricks down there? No. But the satanic agents in human form was putting bricks out there, controlling the mass. Right.
It was starting the riots.
I watched Raleigh protests, and did you watch Raleigh protests?
No, but I heard. I heard about it.
So some of the guys was out there. You had one part of the crowd. They was basically saying stone them. They would have forget 12, F12, right?
Right.
But then you have another part that was saying we gonna do this in peace. Then you have another part saying we gonna be out here. We're gonna protest, but we're not gonna be provoked unless you provoke us. So whenever somebody was speaking to try to get people mind to reason what is right, I'm gonna say righteous. Get them off the mic. I don't want to hear them. Forget they was ready for blood, and it was the same thing. I see that those people that was ready for blood trying to spark that was the agencies, synagogues of Satan, sitting right there in human form.
You know what, brother? Let me tell you something. You see, the Bible. See, people, you can't. Look, man, I was a 5%er. I was in Islam. But when this was introduced to me, it's something that Islam could not give. And that is a peep into the future. A peep into the future. Now, they look for the Messiah. They look for the Imam or whatever they look forward to. They teach about, certain things and, in the Quran. And the Quran is more so as the Torah. You know what I'm saying? The Old Testament, stuff like that. But just like Ishmael's wife mama was Egyptian. And not only that, when they was in the wilderness, he actually married an Egyptian. So you had the Abrahamic doctrines mingled with Egyptians. And so the sun, the moon, and the star, and praying towards the east, and all this type of stuff like that comes from the Egyptians. So you had the Egyptian worship mingled with Abrahamic teachings, mingled together, created Islam. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to the Bible, what other cults and religions don't have, it's an insight, a peep into the future. Every single thing that's written here, is written to understand what's behind the scenes, what's behind the curtains, what's hidden. Like the illuminated ones with this gnosis states that these are forbidding and hidden knowledge that the average Joe are not worthy to know. So the illuminated ones, which we call Illuminati, but Illuminati is just a forefront word. Illuminati is just the what is the word I'm looking for? It is the host for the devil, because the host was the serpent. The parasite was the enemy working through the serpent. The Illuminati is just a host, but just driven by the literal elites, the synagogues of Satan. But on the contrary, if you look at everything as a whole is driven not by the illuminated ones. That's just the host, but it's driven by the synagogues of Satan. And I was trying to find something. Yes, Paul, like you were saying, building off what you said, how it was the synagogues of Satan was out there saying crucify Jesus and all that. Well, Paul went through the same thing.
Yeah.
Paul went through the same thing when he went to Jerusalem. When he went back to Jerusalem to preach his final message to the Jews, they was trying to kill him. And as he began to talk to everybody, people was listening. Because really they was protesting against Paul. Protesting against this Christ doctrine. It's not no Christ doctrine, it's Judaism. And so, because they did not mingle Christ in their belief, their Judaism became the Shura. Were all kind of magical, new age things that come out of this book. You get what I'm saying? So, they was listening to Paul, but like you said, you had people in the crowd, demonic spirits in human form, saying crucify Paul. They wanted to kill Paul to a point where the Roman soldiers had to lift Paul up and carry him through the crowd. And I'm sure they were sticking people. And the Romans didn't care nothing about them. They were sticking through, you know what I mean? But they was carrying this man through because the riot was created by the synagogues of Satan. This is what we're seeing through this situation that we face with today. And watch this. It's becoming a worldwide epidemic. Now, what I want people to understand is this. Look at all the nations all around us. They looking. The United States is a young nation. Over 200 years? Over 200 years old, man. And you got these nations that been here all the way back to the time of the Word of God, biblical times. Been here for millenniums, man. You get what I'm saying? United States of America, the Bible prophesied that another nation is going to come up in Revelation 13 as the lamb-like horn beast, as a symbol of a bison, will come up in the western hemisphere and come up out of the earth. But the Bible said that this nation was going to speak as a dragon and exercise all power from the first beast, which means the United States of America going to become a tyrannical nation. You can see it. You can see it. So the people don't want that. The people are rising up, white, black, and it's amazing what I'm seeing when I see white brothers stand up. It's amazing. It's awesome because you see that it's not in these people's mind. These people, black and white, and you got looters, black and white, and Hispanics and whatever. But you see black and white, and I see white people get ran over by cars, getting hurt, getting shot, just going through it, man. You know why? Because they try all they can to preserve a nation. Brother, listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you what the synagogues of Satan wants to do. This is how the Romans failed. The Romans didn't fall from outside in; they fell from inside out.
Right.
So as they was getting destroyed from the inside out, Germanic tribes was hitting them from the outside. And so they was falling from the inside, getting hit from the outside, and 476 AD they failed.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Look at the United States of America. Before the United States of America fall, what did the Bible say? They was going to exercise power like the first beast. The first beast, we learned that the first beast used force, uses is military to kill everybody that will not go with the world order that was established then.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Bible said that the United States of America will speak as a dragon. We know that the red dragon is the devil. That's the synagogue of Satan, which means they stamped